But you've had a couple of those situations, right, where you've shot a film and it's stopped midway and...
I've had, yeah.
Basra would be one?
Basra shoot didn't start.
Okay.
Production had.
There was a zombie movie?
The zombie one had stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock the Shadi, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's such a good script. Oh, well, there's been a few of those experiences that I've had. But it's okay. It's the past. Like, I appreciate the questions, but I'm that point in my life where I really, like, I've worked through all of this.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, I don't think the idea is to,
like I don't care about what anyone said or what the experience was. They were all relevant. They all needed to happen.
And they make you who you are.
Yeah, and like today, it had to be that way. And even those that I may have gotten upset with, I'm not upset with anymore. And I also understand where they come from. Like, hey, give me a Bollywood film, I'll do it. Not too many, of course. I'll do one just for the novelty factor of it. But that's how I am now.
Like a song and dance. But nobody makes song and dance anyway anymore.
They don't?
I don't think so. I can't
Didn't
remember
circus have song and dance?
Song and dance, yeah. I think what I meant was nobody makes a dancing around trees anymore. I hear that term, but I've never seen anyone dance.
Ironically, like, even though I said we should move beyond the song and dance, every idea I've ever come up with has song and dance. So Dave D, for example.
Right. Was a musical.
Yeah, to go from song to song to song. You know what I mean?
Like 18 songs, if I'm not mistaken.
Like there's a background score that almost tells the story. So, and then one other idea I wrote also had music in it. Another one I'm thinking about also has song and dance in it. So
song and dance is not the issue, right?
So, I mean, I'm saying that the issue is that it's only that.
Right.
But it has to have it. It's like, there's no problem having it, but can we have a little variety, There should be that there's song and dance films and there's ones that don't have song and dance. Like, why can't we have that?
Right.
Yeah, that was very difficult.
I know you made this point, and I just want to be very clear exactly why I asked you this question that I did, is also to highlight the fact that, which became a big discussion topic about 2 or 3 years ago, and it's been carrying on for a while. It's the whole thing about insider, outsider, right? And I think you are the perfect example of someone who the outsiders will think is an insider, and the insiders will say definitely an outsider, right? And that's something you've had to go through pretty much all through your career.
I was born an insider, but I pretty much lived as an outsider. I had all the opportunity to be in, for sure. Especially after like Oi Lucky and Dev D. I definitely had a red carpet entry into whoever I wanted to work with at that time.
We're forgetting Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara also.
Not just that, I mean, but even before that, like post Dev D, like I could have worked with everyone, anybody. Yeah, and that was also because I was born in a film family. Not just that I had successes behind me, also that I was doing newer stuff.
Yeah.
And I was so-and-so's brother and so-and-so's son and so-and-so's nephew. So there was that familial bonding there as well and an openness to me. So I never deny the fact that we have privileges born into the film industry, but that just depends on how you use them. I can go on about the fact that as a star kid, you're already expected to be at a higher standard than another newcomer. So there's pros and cons to everything. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about the cons. I can talk about the pros. Cons are there. But again, it's not as simple as black and white. It isn't just that, oh, you were born in it, so you have easy access. Then I put a post, I said, well, can we talk about caste in that case? Because you're supposed to carry on the profession of your father and you're not allowed to move out of it. So how about talking about that, not just the film industry alone? It exists in every industry, nepotism does. And it more so in India than other countries simply because we are a culture of jati. So it has a far deeper relevance than nepotism in America, where it also exists. Right. So let's have that dialogue. Nobody had that dialogue. Because it's just easier to point fingers, especially with people who have more power and more attention, because then you can draw attention to yourself. They're scrutinized much more than other people are. And that destroys the purpose, because then what is your genuine attempt here? Do you really want a democratic process for everyone to have that chance? Because here I am, being an insider, trying to bring in new directors, new subjects, all the time, new actors. I never said no to that. And now OTT platforms are doing a lot of that. You see a lot more diversity than Bollywood ever had. But I'm not going to sit here and justify myself either. Like, if you think I had it easy, sure, then so be it. I mean, you're doing your own self-disservice by judging others, because then you'll get judged in the same way.
But your first film, for instance, Socha Na Tha, right? made by Vijeta Films, which is your family. It's sort of a family production in that sense. But it wasn't, I mean, from my memory of the film when it came out, I don't think it was like this, like posters everywhere or hoardings everywhere, right? What do you think it was a low-key release?
It was, and we released, I remember it was 4th of March when the exams were on. It wasn't a very big release, no. The marketing wasn't necessarily out there, yeah.
Why is it called Vijeta Production?
My sister, my cousin, it's her name. She's younger to Sunny Bhaiya.
So it's Sunny Deol, Vijeta, and Bobby Deol.
No, then there's Ajita.
There's Ajita, another sister, and then there's Bobby Deol.
And then there's Bobby.
Right. Was Bobby supposed to play the lead in Socha Na Tha?
No.
Never, right? That was never
no.
It was always you. How did you meet Imtiaz and how did this happen?
I was introduced to him by somebody else from the industry, I remember, Sanjay. And he said, you should meet this guy, it's a great script. I said, okay. Then I heard him out. I loved it. I mean, Socha Na Tha is a strong script.
Yeah, it was. It's a great film.
Yeah, and I was like, this is amazing. I was like, let me introduce you to my brother. Well, no, he had another producer at the time who was not comfortable with a debut actor and a debut director. And I said, you know, my brother would definitely take a chance. He takes chances on new directors all the time. So why not? And I think I know what he's going to do. He's going to love it. He's going to say, Abhay is exactly like this in real life. Because I know how they saw me. And that's exactly what happened. He loved it. He said, Abhay is exactly like this in real life. And that's how that came about. And then Imtiaz still auditioned me. But it was fine. I was like, I'll play your game. It's fine. Yeah.
You've seen his films, right? You've seen his rom-coms.
I saw Jab We Met, of course, and I saw Rockstar.
What do you think of them?
I actually prefer Jab We Met to Rockstar.
Okay.
Yeah. But I found it very similar to Socha Na Tha. So I like Rockstar because I think he kind of was moving away from his standard narrative of triangles, you know. So I think it was definitely a good attempt. Yeah, and Ranveer is great to watch as well, so yeah.
So that's someone who was an outsider and then is clearly an insider now.
Yeah,
so it's a process, isn't it?
So like, you know, you hit success. It doesn't matter if you're an insider or an outsider. They all want to work with you. You're getting calls from the biggest stars. And what you have to understand is it's very cliquish. You're part of this camp or that camp. And everybody knows that already. So you kind of find your own for your own security. And like I said, I had access to all of them. And I was just like, no.
No?
Because I don't know, like I was young and I just didn't want to be, I just wanted to be my own person. And I was angry.
Oh.
Yeah.
What were you angry about?
I guess I grew up around fame and so seeing what it does, how intrusive it is, your privacy is gone and you're already prejudged. I wanted to work, but I didn't want to be famous necessarily.
That's not possible, right, Abhay? You can't be an actor,
I get it.
but hope to be...
like anonymous.
Yeah.
Or just at least like people will leave me alone.
Right. That's not going to happen.
No, and also angry like you're gonna eventually be nice to me now, but if tomorrow any little wrong move on my part and you're gonna shaft me, you know, stab me in the back, like it's only temporary. All the things I'd seen growing up, and that does happen.
Right.
That's not to say other things, good things don't exist,
Yeah.
but this is my state of mind. Very protective of myself, like traumatized and wanting to keep fame and stardom away while living in fame and stardom. So there was a lot of conflict there.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.